Canada 2019. First, we have the representative of the Green Party, Everett. We have the head of the NDP's, Gabby. Representative, and then we have the representative of the Liberal Party, Zorba.
Thank you.
Each representative will get 1 minute each to answer to the question.
Except the open debate is 4 minutes.
Right now, okay. Who's going first?
I'll go first.
Zorba or Gabby?
Introduction. So, oh, I'm not ready. Okay,
3,
okay.
2, 1, go.
Hi, my name is Zorba Dollywood. I know what is happening in Canada. I have changes to make Canada better. The party I've chosen is the Liberal Party because we can make changes happen right here, right now. The top priorities by the Liberal Party is more money for low and middle class families, handguns banned in 2020 January, fight climate change right now. Thank you. Wait, I've also French. Darn it.
You can't read French.
That was 40 seconds.
Okay, just go next.
Oh, 3, 2, 1, go.
Hi, my name is Everett. I am representing the Green Party. The Green Party is mainly focused on changing climate change because right now that the climate change is the worst known hazard to humanity ever. It's unstoppable unless we change it right now. We're also thinking of banning handguns, same as of January 2020, same as Zorba has said. And lots of other things. I'm not going to go into all of them. Those are all, they don't care as much about them, but they still care partly about them. The main things are definitely climate change and handguns, safety, and the world safety.
Gabby, 3, 2, 1, do.
Hello, I am Gabriel Queen, and I am the representative of the NDP, New Democrats Party, Mr. Jagmeet Singh, and he's mostly focused on some health and banning handguns and stopping climate change and other things. I can't explain them all right now because I am in a hurry.
Okay.
No, we just explain 1 minute for each category.
Then we're gonna have to open it.
Okay. First, we have environment, aka climate change.
And everything.
Environment. The environment will be changed with 50% of the tax budget we will get. We will get drones to save Canada and plant over 100 million trees and solar power to save climate and get rid of fossil fuels and ban all single-use plastics by 2020 and keep our oceans clean. Thank you.
Okay.
So, I talked about it before. Yes, the Green Party does plan on choosing climate change. They're going to have to stop some projects, such as the pipeline. But that's for the better. We can continue the pipeline after the world has been saved. Also, they plan on raising carbon tax by $10 annually until 2030 for a goal to have a zero emissions economy by 2050. I'm done.
Zero emissions.
Okay, Gabby. Oh, you're not?
He doesn't have it.
Mr. Singh.
Okay,
Oh, yeah. Next, we have carbon tax. So
I already said it.
you already said it, so okay, my turn. 1 minute. Tax needs to be changed now. I have applied for the multimillionaires that over 15 to 20 million have to pay 1% or 0.5% to 1% of Canada's tax. People that have less money can pay minus 1% of their tax budget to save $1,000 a year. And people that have just passed university and have under $25,000 do not need to pay tax until they have over $25,000. Thank you. And get rid of carbon tax in 2025.
I already said carbon tax was environment.
Oh yeah.
Jagmeet Singh's new Democratic Party would keep the Liberals' basic framework but cut rebates to the wealthiest Canadians and shift more of the tax burden to industry. An NDP government would also start a Canadian climate bank, create an independent office to monitor emissions cuts and spend $15 billion on a massive green overhaul of Canada's electrical grid, transit systems, and housing stock. That last part might create jurisdictional friction with provinces who run hydro networks and enforce building codes. Okay.
Okay, guys, you're gonna apply for Gabby now.
And now we have healthcare.
Health. Canada took its first steps to the National Pharmacare System that will help reduce prescription medication costs for Canadians. We do not want people to lose lots of money on prescription medication. So that's why we will reduce your medication by 15%. Say your medication is $50. It will only be $10 to $15 only. Thank you.
So I'm going to say the same thing as Zoravar about pharmacare, though the Greens plan on introducing it in January 2020 rather than them introducing it a bit later than that. We've also promised to have Ottawa pick up the full tab on healthcare for 2 years because they are one of the wealthiest provinces of Canada. They have a bit extra money, so that's really going to help these less rich countries such as Nova Scotia, New Brunswick, Prince Edward Island, and all of the other ones that are small islands or that are just struggling overall.
Mr. Singh's plans would enact Canada Health Act style legislation to make pharmacare happen by the end of 2020. And he's promised $10 billion a year in federal money. A national formula would make a list of drugs that would have at least one version available at no cost, or a $5 copay for those who want brand name drugs with available generic equivalents. Thank you.
Okay, now we have the military.
Okay. Defense. Go. Military. We will change military equipment like tanks and weapons every 1 to 2 years. Because we're gonna be having. But what if we get attacked by Russia at any moment and our tanks are not that good? We will be getting changes every 1 to 2 years and saving our planet. So we won't die and we will save people. And we will also go to Iraq and save Canadians. People from Iraq, and we'll save lots of people, and we'll get rid of handguns with our army. Every city will be checked with army people, and we're gonna just check, and we're gonna make Canada secure and bring people from other countries and make them safe in Canada. Thank you.
Okay.
So we, as the Greens, plan on actually reducing military spending by 50%, which means So let's say we're paying, I don't know, let's say $100,000 to military. Definitely not this, way more, but we're just saying, as an example, we take it from 100,000 and take it down to 50,000. Take half of spending off. We don't need a strong military force. We aren't endangered countries. It's not like we're really threatening to other countries. No countries have really ever attacked us and probably won't for a while. We also plan on taking the other 50% and taking 25% of the 50% into climate change actions, and the other 25% into, instead of having an army, start having to get more peacekeepers. We're trying to have more peaceful endings to conflicts rather than them ending in wars. We're trying to end them all.
Okay.
Listen, that was
Okay, Gabby. Canada's military is responsible for 3 incredibly important jobs: defending Canada, protecting Canadians at home, and contributing to make a more stable, peaceful world through operations abroad. The Canadian forces make our country proud because of the dedication of thousands of service members and veterans. And Canada's military families make incredible sacrifices to enable their loved ones to serve our country. We thank and honor them for their continuing dedication, service, and sacrifice. Sadly and unfortunately, after decades of liberal and consecutive cuts and mismanagement, our military has been left with outdated equipment, inadequate support, and unclear strategic mandate.
Okay, do we have to open?
Open debate for 4 minutes. I think Gabby should start with a question to any of us representatives. Gabby needs, yeah, I think you should
We
start.
question each other.
Yeah, you can question anyone about their topics and what they can do, but yeah.
Okay, Gabby, any of them. Wait, this time? Yes,
For 4 minutes.
3 for each one of them?
Yeah, sure.
For each, okay, 3, 2, 1, boom. Wilbur, how are you planning to ban handguns?
That's a great question, Gabby. We will ban handguns by, I think we should do this. Maybe on every street we'll start installing cameras, and by lots of buildings, lots of stores, if we could see people bringing handguns into one little house, and we will look for handguns, and we will be right on there in 10 seconds. Less than 10 seconds. I'm just doing 10 seconds. Less than 10 seconds. We will actually ban handguns. Only for the police they'll get to use them, but we'll never get that off our topic. If we don't get it, we're going to keep trying. Keep trying until our government from the liberals is over. Thank you, Gabby.
Made one mistake.
Let's keep going.
But I liked how the question was, but yeah, that was a good question, but
should be fine.
we're going to save the people's life. And we're not
Also, Zohar, you do realize that you can't actually find a way to ban handguns. You need to enforce it.
You know what?
You need to just stop selling them, period.
That's
So stronger border security, so imports are banned from any country. There's stronger border security, so there's less ability to smuggle handguns, and there's no longer be any availability for any handguns in any stores, including the police will not get handguns either.
Mr. Sheep.
I am not Mr. Shit.
This guy, okay, also
How are you planning to enforce border patrol?
we will enforce border patrol. Okay, okay, sorry. We will enforce border patrol really good, and for banning handguns, we'll check every car with 1 K9, 2 people, and we will search every car. Unlike Mr. Everett over here, he says we don't need to do this because we can let in handguns and
No,
we can
because
just when they
we
come
don't
up,
need to do this because there's not going to be any available.
there'll only be
period.
one person just searching the car, and that's not good enough, okay? And Mr. Gabby, I liked your topic, how you picked it. It was good, and I think we can improve that, and I think you can too, buddy. we don't know. Some people have different choices and some don't. Thank you.
Don't actually
But really, not true.
Should I keep going?
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Still, Zorvar, that doesn't work. Even if you're trying, that doesn't. You were just talking about something that wasn't related to what Gabby asked. Border patrol. Are you going to enforce that? You were talking about how you're going to stop handguns.
Oh, yeah.
This is a different question.
Mr. Everett, how do the guns come in? Does like a magic fairy come? No, they cross it through the border and they get the guns.
That's just why.
And
That's why I just
that's what I'm
said.
saying. We're gonna have more
Mr.
people on one line.
That's why I just said. That's why I just said there's none available, so we don't have to go through all this trouble.
Okay, but like, what if someone has one in their trunk and
Well, they're
like,
not gonna be
and no,
available.
the
So
cop,
how is there gonna be one?
and the cop doesn't care? That's what we want to do. We want to check every part of the car. Okay, like sometimes people
You're fine with a police, like if you have a really nice Ferrari, you're fine with a policeman just coming and smashing the window and inspecting
No,
it.
we will not smash the windows, Everett. We will say, excuse me, can you please come out because we are doing an inspection. We will inspect from top, from one side of the car to the other. We will find any evidence of the person, okay? We don't just say, okay, it's a Ferrari guy, you can go, yeah, okay. We're gonna say, excuse me, can you please get out of the car first?
And time's up.
I like it.
No, that was pretty good.
Okay, now it's my turn to ask.
3, 2, 1.
Boo!
So, what is your say on carbon tax, Zorvar and Gabby? Let's start with Zorvar.
Okay, I know
How
you
do
said
you-
let's start with Zorba. Okay, for carbon tax, this is not a joke. We're gonna lose our lives in climate change. You know Greta Thunberg? She's a 16-year-old girl who's standing up. Greta Thunberg, thank you, Katja. She's standing up for people who don't like, just like littering. She's like a climate change activist. She's making climate change into real change. Okay, you guys? And for carbon tax, we will keep this up for another 4 years until liberal government's over and liberal minority. And we will not stop. Okay, if we could meet with Greta again, we would hold a big debate with mostly so many prime ministers and presidents, and we will and Greta will speak and say climate change has to stop. And I liked how you said about carbon tax. We will still be paying, but it's for our good. You know what we will do? We're gonna stop. We're gonna keep. We have too much warming in the earth, so that's why we're gonna implode. Because of our country.
Carbon tax, that's the reason that we have carbon tax is to start encouraging people to lower their use of carbon.
Yes, mate.
So we can stop using up so much. Because carbon is what is making some of the global warming. You said in your speech that you have no plans on reducing carbon tax, which means it's gonna have more people buy it.
Okay.
It's gonna be more quantity.
Okay. Excuse me, Mr. Trevor. I like that, but I will put it up. You know what I'm gonna do? Us Canadians really don't like to litter, right? Who doesn't like to litter? It's not good, right? That's why if you litter, you will get a fee of $25 for littering. And not $25, just kidding, like $3 of littering. Because you know, I see litter, and I say carbon tax needs to go higher, so we can tell people to stop littering and stop.
Those are not related at all.
Yes, carbon tax is
And
litter. Carbon tax has
litter.
carbon tax protection for climate change. We don't want our earth to implode and us to die.
Carbon tax should go higher, like Zimmer said.
Yes,
So
thank
that
you.
there's not much use of carbon.
No, Zimmer said lower than I said. What? Yeah, Zimmer said in his speech, Mr. Dole over here said that he plans on reducing the carbon tax.
Reducing? I said true. This is not true. I said adding, not reducing. I think you want to reduce it, and if we reduce it, we can't have any money for the Climate Change Act that we really want to stop. Okay? Like your parents, they had a good life. Now we are not. Because climate change is coming right at us. and we have nothing to, we're not doing anything. So we need to put our carbon tax higher so people will stop doing anything and using lots of stuff. And no one likes climate change because your world will all be in danger. Thank you. And Gabby needs to speak.
They don't have any minutes.
You actually wasted all the time.
We redo the time.
We can do
So
so
how
much
much time is left? 26
Well,
seconds.
So give a minute. Give an extra minute.
no,
Extra
we
minute.
can't. Okay, so far, pass your turn to question.
No, Gabby has 26 seconds.
That's not
Okay, my
Does Zorba get 4 minutes?
4 minutes.
So it goes 3, 2.
Okay, my question is for both you guys. My question is, what are you guys gonna do about healthcare? Cause of healthcare, we're going nowhere because of that Green Party. Because they don't have anything for us. They've never been prime minister. It's only been the UCP and the Liberals. And I think that the UCP were doing a good job. Cause Stephen Harper attacks. We don't like that, okay? But we want healthcare to be the best of its kind and people to save lots of money. Because prescription drugs have to be costed down. Okay, and this is my question: how much will you reduce the money for healthcare, like for prescriptions? How much will you reduce
Like
it?
I said,
Mr. Gabby.
we are. Wow, that's really rude, sir.
Okay, fine, okay.
So, like I said in my speech, I said that we were planning on making Ottawa pay for all main medications and drugs, not painkillers, not things like that, but like main drugs, like things that you're gonna need for flus, the colds, you know what I mean here, strep throat. That's all gonna be picked up by Ottawa. Ottawa's government is gonna pay for all of that for 2 years to help smaller countries that are struggling with economic needs. They're gonna, I guess, get a little bit more money so they don't go broke, and then Canada's economy will slowly go into the dump, and we'll actually all end up without shelter, without food,
That's why you should never
Without-
trust the Green Party.
electricity. That's why we need to change it. That's why we need
Okay.
to. That's why we need to have Ottawa take it.
I
Hey,
kinda
so you're not disagreeing. It's Gabby's.
Okay, but I kind of just
No, you can't say that. It's open. It's Gabby's turn. It's
Uh,
open debate between me and Gabby, not you.
okay,
Sorry.
but I just have to say one quick tip.
Mr. Chadley Singh is planning on making some medications free so that it's not that hard to
I
pay
kind
for
of
it.
agree with you. Yes.
Let Gabby speak.
You're pretty smart.
Let Gabby speak.
Okay, yeah.
And he's using a lot of money on medications so that Canada can be a healthy country and soon help other countries around the
Okay,
world.
yes, I like that. I have so for Mr. Everett, he said Ottawa will pay for it. Ottawa will get bankrupt in less than 1 year. Now,
Ottawa is the richest country in Canada.
country? Ottawa's a country, yes.
Sorry.
Ottawa is the best country ever.
City.